Hey man, while I'm in like a real video gamey mood, I might as well make a third and final review for the day. Just a real quick. This one's gonna be like less than 5 minutes, but it's Shadow of the Erd Tree, Elden Ring DLC. Came out last year. Um, I like it. It's really fun, especially if you liked Elden Ring. Then you're gonna like Shadow of the Erd Tree. Now, granted, just like in Elden Ring, you got some annoying or like cheap fights, right? Like I would say that like the fire giant, he's one of my least favorite fights. Um, Renala, it's like the theme is cool and everything, and she's not even a hard fight, but it's just so annoying when she just like leaps and flies away. You know what I mean? uh, the Elden Beast, he's a little bit better now, but like still kind of like a crap fight, right? But um, so like Shadow of the Earth Tree's got something like that too. Like for me, I would say like the most annoying one is like the Scorpion Lady. She just like has like funny hitboxes and like rolls around all over the place, and then of course she has the Scarlet Rot stuff, and again she's not even that hard. It's just like you want to DPS her, and it's like she's rolling and flying all over the place, and then as soon as you think you're gonna hit her, it's like, oh, Scarlet Rot, better run away. Like, and then to add insult to injury, like her Scarlet Rot spell is like incredible, and then like the one that you get, it's like it's not even a dumbed down version of that one. It's like, oh, we got Scarlet Rot spell at home. That's like, it's so bad, dude. It's like laughably bad. But the one that she has is like, and that's kind of like a more of a knock on Elden Ring as a whole. But Elden Ring's such a big game. It's hard to like nitpick stuff like that. But like one thing I just thought of that's along those same lines is like Malekith's sword. It has a really good Ash of War, but then like the move set is just like basic. You know what I mean? It's like Zweihander, and so it's like it'd be cool if you did more like of a cool move set like him. And a lot of the DLC weapons are like that too. There's these divine beasts, and then you get their sword, and it's like pretty lackluster. But going back to the DLC and its weapons, a lot of the stuff they add is incredible. Some of my favorite stuff in the entire game, like they have a great katana. It looks like one of those like cheap fake toy katanas that you would get at the fair as a kid. It looks just like that. It's hilarious. I love it. And then it was good too, really good. And there's a light great sword called the Milady, which is like, man, it's it's something. Like it's wow. Like they did a really good job with that. And yeah, that's just a couple. The armors are really good and nice looking. Oh, and then there's also back to the annoying enemies. I can't mention annoying enemies without mentioning the big giant fire visages or fire. I'm sorry, fire furnaces, and the thing that they drop or that you need to take them out is called a fire visage or something like that. Anyways, it's a ingredient, and you use these pots to bring them down. They're so annoying, not fun at all. They're just annoying, and it's more of like all right, how long is this gonna take kind of thing, and get it over with. But the DLC as a whole is really good. It's not my favorite DLC of theirs. To put it into perspective, or like my favorite DLC that they ever did was the Ring City, and that's actually my favorite thing that they've ever made, just in general. I love it, man. I go back and play it all the time. I'm not a huge fan of Dark Souls 3, but the Ring City is really good. I also like the Dark Souls 2 DLCs, and I like the Old Hunters DLC. I'm not a huge fan of Ashes of Ariandel or the Artorias of the Abyss. Even though Artorias is a cool character, the DLC is like whatever. I mean, if you're a PvP guy, it has the arena, so that's cool. But I've never been one to get into Dark Souls 1 PvP. But for those that like it, that's fine, you know what I mean? I like Dark Souls 2, or, Dark Souls 3 was alright, except for the R1 spammers and the gank squatters, and I mean, the super tryhards. Dark Souls 3 PvP was for super tryhards, I feel like, and R1 spammers. But it was fun on the Ring City streets. Not so much like post Pontiff or in the swamp. But in the Ring City streets, that was fun. You get some crazy shenanigans there, and then also the Spear of the Church. That's really fun too. Um, so yeah, Shadow of the Erdtree is it's really fun. It'll take up a lot of time too, and there's a lot to explore and discover. Leave as far as like lore and stuff, it ends up just leaving more questions than answers. Like today, I was opening up the doors to go to where was it? The doors to go to the tree sanctum, and it was the same doors that are in the Gelmer hero grave that you open to go and fight the Red Wolf of the Champion or whatever. And I was like, is there any connection there, or is it just asset reuse? And so like I don't. There's like a lot of this, and then like the tree sanctum in general. Like what's going on there? What's going on with all the eyes and like the? There's just so many like questions, man. And like I wish there was more of like a timeline and stuff like that. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. The world building in Elden Ring and the DLC is it's mind numbing to think about. Really, how did they do that on purpose? And like there's layers of like archaeology and stuff, and like yeah, that mirrors like real life and stuff. It's crazy, dude. It's nuts. I want more games like that where it's just like, what if the world was like this, and then you know what I mean? And so like of course like some of the gameplay gets pushed aside. Like they don't really try any new mechanics in Elden Ring at all, really. But Night Rain, it looks like they're trying some new stuff, kind of. I want them to try new stuff with like crafting and like loot and stuff. Like it'd be cool if you could like enchant a weapon. Like what if there was like like they had an event like every like random times, like every quarter or something, or every month there was gonna be a vendor that would show up in Limgrave, or maybe you show up in Liornia, and he would enchant a weapon for you. That would be sick. That would incentivize you to want to like get a weapon and like keep it, and like maybe the enchantment is like just like a buff from another weapon or something, like provides like a health regen effect, or maybe it's like a attack boost up or something. But that would be cool. Like I wish there was more like crafting and stuff like that. Maybe as a downside, like whatever Ash of War you have on the weapon, like the weapon's locked. So like after it gets enchanted, it can't like really be upgraded, or it can't be. And it'd be cool if they added like a blacksmith, and like a separate blacksmith from Hugh or something like that, and he let you infuse a weapon or add quality to it or something like that. I don't know. Like it would be cool if there was just like more. Like that's why I like Dark Souls 2, because it's like there's always more, kind of, you know what I mean? So anyways, Shadow of the Erdtree is fun. It really doesn't have a lot of replayability except for outside of like trying new builds, especially because of the Scadu blessing system. It is pretty crap, but all in all, I'd give it like pretty high marks. You know, I'd say it's like a 9 or an 8 out of 10. Like I said, I didn't actually say what it was as far as like where I would put it, but so my favorite still is the Ring City, and then I think like my second favorite DLC is probably like Ilium Lois, and then I like the Sunken Crown. I like the Iron Crown, but not as much as this. And the old, I'd put it those three. Then I'd put this one. Then I put the Old Hunters. So for me, for my top 5 Elden Ring DLCs, it goes number 5 would be the Old Hunters. Number 4 would be the Iron Crown. Oh no. Number 5 would be the Iron Crown. Number 4 would be Shadow of the Erdtree. Number 3 would be Sunken Crown, which is the Dragon Sanctum. Number 2 would be Ilium Lois Frozen Crown. And then number 1 would be Ring City. And then my honorable mention goes to the Old Hunters DLC. So, yeah, man. Shadow of the Erdtree, it's worth checking out for sure. especially if you like the first game or if you like the base game Elden Ring. If you didn't like Elden Ring and you thought Shadow of the Earth Tree was going to change your mind, unless you find a weapon in there that really, really, really does it for you, I don't really see how. I mean, it could, I guess. It could just, I guess it just depends on what it is that you didn't like about Elden Ring. But Shadow of the Earth Tree is pretty good, man. I'd recommend it checking out if you like From Software games, if you haven't already, you know. So I'm gonna check it out again when Nintendo Switch 2 comes out. I'm gonna get that Tarnished Edition. So unless they come out with it, I think they'll come out with the Tarnished Edition DLC. So maybe I'll just do that instead, actually. But anyways, we'll see. But yeah, so I give it like a 8.5. We'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. The Shadow of the Earth Tree.